Welcome back to episode 7 of the Dirty Shirt Pod.
I'm Nolan.
And I'm Braden.
And we're off.
Like a dirty shirt.
Yes, that was that cat, all right.
Hello.
Hello. It's funny because we usually speed up
Yeah.
those intros. I was like, I might just slow that down or keep
Yeah.
it the same because, like, usually we have farther to go. We took like 3 steps
Yeah, that was not that much.
on that one. That's funny.
That is funny. I think also we could do different sounds in there too. Be fun. Change the sound up each time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well,
Here we are.
beautiful location here
Mhm.
and quite sweaty one for
Yeah.
episode 7.
Yeah, we're back again.
This is Braden. Everybody.
Okay, cut right there. We're back again at camp. And like we said, we did last week's episode of But the Indian Rocks. Today, we are at a very special spot, another very special spot. I mean, there's many very special spots at camp. This one is very near and dear to both of our hearts. One of my favorite parts of camp, I would say that you probably agree with this, is on Thursday nights during overnight camp, we have a skit night called Follies. And basically what happens is each group comes up with a skit, and they get to perform it, and it's supposed to be funny, and it's a whole lot of fun. It's a whole lot of laughs. I've been at camp for a long time now, between being a camper and being a staff member. I have video evidence of me being here in 2008. And I think I came a year before that, but it doesn't really matter. And I haven't missed a summer between camping or being a camper or staff member since. And we're in the midst of my 9th full summer of camp. So I say all that to say, I've seen many Forest Follies skits. And it's always something that's been really fun for me. And so we are on the stage in the pavilion where overnight camp is kind of based at. And we have some props from this year's theme. We have some gasoline, which you'll see why that's there now.
You just edit it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
There's a lot of fun skits that happen in here, even in just my 2 years that I spent at camp, seeing a bunch of different ones. And there's so much like heritage in them too. Like they're passed down from campers to, from counselor to counselor. And then probably there are probably overlap of skits that you've seen as a camper growing up and then now that you're doing as an adult.
Yeah, there absolutely is. And it's really cool. Like, we have a bunch that are kind of like a type, or we have some skits that like people just know because they've seen them a million times at overnight. And it's like, if you're an overnight counselor and you don't want to come up with like an original one, you can just do this one. And it's a lot of fun for those campers. And it's because you kind of make it your own. You're forced to, based on your personality. And so you make it your own, and then you perform it, and campers love it. Campers love to see other campers performing. They love to see the counselors doing stuff. Since I've been a staff member, the day camp counselors would oftentimes like to come down and do a skit for overnight, like when they're finished with their day on Thursdays. It's a lot of fun. support staff does one. A couple years ago, there became a new meta where we would choreograph dances to just like random songs, and it was fun because you could use it really whenever. So you could start a skit that's kind of boring and like everybody knows, and they're like, that's a skit. And all of a sudden you stop in the middle of it and start doing like a dance. And everyone's like, what the heck's that?
Yeah.
So that's fun.
But yeah, a lot of iconic skits. And we'll show you one of the iconic skits now. A beautiful day at camp. But nothing can go wrong. Oh, heart attack from my poor choices and unhealthy eating habits.
La la la, la la la. Oh, here I am walking around camp. What could go wrong? Nothing. Oh my word! A dead guy! Well, I should do something about this. At first though, I need to remember what I need to do. I know it's some 3-letter thingy. Is it VHS? No. What about ABC? What would that stand for? Yeah, I don't even really know. Let's see here. I know it's something like, CPR. That's what it is. All right. So first, I gotta go like this. I gotta go like this. Yes, that's what it is. And then mouth to mouth. So this, switch, mouth. Then this, switch to this, mouth. That's the joke. Got it. Yes. Yeah.
That was so funny.
That was so funny.
I enjoyed that so much. The actors weren't that great.
Right.
Yeah, it only took us 2 tries, and even then we were not on the same page.
Right.
But hey,
it is what it is. That one is more fun with 3 total actors because then you can have the switch works better.
Yeah, the switching would be between the 2 people that are not presumed dead or unconscious, and then at some point you yell switch to take turns doing CPR, and then the person gets up and starts performing CPR. And
then all the kids are like, bah!
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was alive this whole time, just laying down.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a classic. Earlier we saw Passing Gas. That's a classic as well.
Yep. Simple. Gets the point across. Fart humor is never lost on young kids.
Yeah, really anybody, I feel like.
Or
I
anyone.
mean, whether they think it's funny or not, they get it.
Yeah.
And that's the point of that one, I think. But yeah, Passing Gas is great. It's fun too because you get to show off a little bit of your ball handling abilities.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of my favorite Forest Follies moments. Well, actually, do you have any that you can think of?
Some of the skits.
Yeah. Or skits, or like if there was one particular one that you really enjoyed.
Some iconic ones is the first summer I volunteered here, so I was just for a week, and nobody really knew me except for one of my really close friends who kind of like convinced me to do the camp. And I did a stand-up comedy routine, but like one where like the joke was it was just nothing funny. You're just bombing.
Yeah.
But the stand-up comedian is super nervous.
Right.
So like I would like go out to like the back. There's
also,
like a little.
This door is very iconic.
Yeah.
It's used pretty much in every skit.
It's super useful.
Yeah.
So we pretty much just had a stand-up mic in the front, and I'd like be like, "Oh man, I'm so nervous," and like tell just like a super corny bad joke. Nobody laughs. Right. Then I'd like go out the back and be like, "Get it together, man! Come on! Like there's a whole crowd out there, and they're waiting like to hear a funny joke."
Yeah.
And then like I like would come back out just sopping wet. Like I'd have a bucket of water back there and someone like pour it on me.
Yeah.
I'd be like sopping wet, you know, from like the sweat of being so nervous. And then I'd just say like another corny joke. And it was supposed to be that just like the one friend would laugh, but I forget what I said. And
Yeah.
it was like ironically funny enough. And like
Yeah.
it actually kind of hit. So that was pretty funny. And I remember like all the kids were like, I'm so confused, but that was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah. I really think like campers just love to see staff members like doing something.
Yeah.
They can honestly go up there and do anything. And
Right. Being a little
Yeah.
bit silly, it shows like a different side of you. You know what I mean?
Right.
When you see like adults and just like dads like being goofy and like
Right.
playing on a slip and slide and like giggling,
Mm-hmm.
there's no better feeling.
Absolutely.
It's just like you get so much joy just watching them be kids again. And
Yeah.
so like for campers, seeing their like supervisors and their like adults,
the guy who just told them, get that stick out of the building.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy who's like telling them to follow the rules,
Right.
just be like super silly on stage. It's a special moment for them.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I have a couple favorites, and actually, one of my favorite moments of all time just happened this past week, which was crazy, and I'll get into that. But there's a couple different types of Forest Follies skits that you can do. There's ones that are like kind of you have like a scenario, and the scenario itself is funny, and that's how you get the laughs. You could also one that's become increasingly popular over the past couple years is making a mess on stage. Is kind of funny. Like there's definitely times where it is funny. There's a whole lot of times where it's not though. And we've been
Yeah.
trying to discourage that a little bit just because then somebody makes a big mess on stage and then support staff has to come clean it up and it's like, bah, it's kind of annoying. But you seemed like you wanted to say something about that.
No, I'm just like, yeah, making intentional messes, I don't know. I always think is less funny unless it's
Yeah.
done super well. But
Right. And like they use like water, like by making a mess on stage, I mean like they'll douse somebody in water or like put shaving cream on somebody or whatever. The water ones are a little nicer because they're a little easier to clean up than like shaving cream ones or whatever. And they can like a good water bit is great. There's an iconic one where I guess this one is wouldn't be water actually on stage. But the one Pebbles where you have a counselor, they're like, get over here, kids. And like one by one, the kids come in from the door and they're like, he's like, what have you guys been doing? Why are you so late? And they're like, oh, I was kicking pebbles in the water, or I was tossing pebbles into the water. And the next guy comes and he's like, oh, I was kicking pebbles in the water and whatever. And like continuing about this, like about pebbles. And then the final camper comes out and they're sopping wet and they're like, I'm Pebbles.
yeah, their name's Pebbles.
Right. Yeah.
You blow bubbles as a kid?
I did.
I heard you just got out.
That's
I'm
crazy.
Bubbles.
That's crazy.
That's
We
like
don't
a
use that
super-
one at camp. What?
That's a super like common joke. I don't know.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Anyways,
I saw that coming.
you've been got.
No!
Just kidding.
Oh yes. So there's scenario that's funny. Water is funny. Also, we love a gross out on stage. One an iconic one that the overnight counselors will often do. They did it pretty much every week last year, but they just did it this most recent week. Was one guy comes up. There's a bench on stage. He is chewing gum. He sits down and he's like, "Oh, I love this nice walk around the park, but I'm getting a little tired of this gum. I'm going to set it right here. I'm going to go for a run, and I'll come back and pick it up again." And then he goes off. Then the next one comes on. They're like, "Ooh, man, my legs." Where this happened last week. "Oh, there's two of them." And they're like, "Oh, hey, my legs are pretty hairy. Man, I wish I had something to help get my legs unhairified." and they're like, oh, here's something, and they pick up the gum and they like pretend to wax with the gum, and basically they get it all gross, put it back, and then someone will be like, oh, I need some antiperspirant. They'll rub the gum in their armpit. Oh, my ear wax is getting me down. Let me get that ear wax out. And then the guy comes back, eats the piece of gum. All the campers are like, ew, that's disgusting. Yeah.
That's pretty classic.
There's a couple really good gross out ones.
Another category that I thought of, and this is also another iconic moment for us, dare I say.
Okay.
Maybe it's one of your moments.
Sure.
Is a good song.
Yeah.
And a good parody.
Absolutely.
We did a barbershop quartet.
We did.
Where it was me, Braden, two of our close camp friends.
Yeah.
And we practiced at
weeks.
least an hour or two, in advance.
And we had
session.
planned it for weeks.
Yeah. We had written lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a popular song online singing by a barbershop quartet.
Mm-hmm.
That has less than wholesome lyrics.
Yeah.
It makes jokes about ding-dongs.
Right.
About big weenies.
Yeah, the male genitalia.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we wrote...
And how you as the singer of the song enjoy your own ding-dong.
Right. Not like that. I mean,
right. Well, I mean, you enjoy having it.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
To all the guys out there, we just alienate our entire female audience.
Sorry about that.
All right, we'll have Braden talk about period products again later.
No, we won't. I refuse.
And then, so we wrote all lyrics, had our own parody for this song, practiced the harmonies, everything, to produce the song Enormous Jesus.
Jesus, yes. And I only said that to say we didn't have to change much of the lyrics. We essentially just replaced the genitalia language with Jesus or things related to Jesus.
Right.
And then the song
a little bit
was
of
all
work
about,
in the verses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
the song was all about how we love Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. So it was a good time.
Yeah.
And the
I
kids
think we only did that. Did we do that for kids or did we just do that for staff?
Maybe it was just for staff.
Yeah. But because that's another thing is at the beginning and end of every year, there's a staff Forest Follies, which always goes hard.
Yeah.
The first one is always like, that was all right. And then the last one's like,
a lot of inside jokes and stuff. So the people that got it were dying laughing. And the people that didn't get the reference were just enjoying that we put so much time and effort into a song.
Mm-hmm.
Midway through the song, there's a whistle number or an instrumental. And we had one of our friends dressed in a white robe descend.
Crown of Thorns.
No. Come in from the back door.
Uh-huh.
Come in from the back door. Whistle this interlude.
Mm-hmm.
A rope descends from above. There's a kind of an overhang that you can't
I think
really
you'll be
tell.
able to see it in the gasoline
one. Someone drops down a rope, and he shimmies his way up the rope quite quickly, and we finish out the rest of the song.
Yeah, he ascended to heaven.
Yeah, and everybody was like, where did he come from?
Yeah.
Why was his whistling so good?
Yeah.
It was...
completely unexpected.
Yeah.
We love a subversion of expectation in a skit.
It was the production value of the quartet singing with the surprise, shock, and funny value of just this random appearance, and it was great.
Yeah, absolutely one of my favorite Forest Follies moments, easily, far and away. There was two more that I want to talk about. Another one of my favorites, and then my favorite moment that happened this past week. First one, my first summer as a full-time day camp staff member. There's a whole story here, but basically there was a family of black vultures that was living in the Indian Rocks. And we, as a day camp staff, essentially waged war on these vultures. It was illegal to kill them. It's like a $10,000 fine. And so we were essentially just trying to scare them out and get them to leave the Indian Rocks, because we were low key getting a little scared that they might attack a camper or something, because some of those campers are pretty shrimpy, and I would not put it past a vulture to.
There should be a $10,000 bounty on vultures. Those
yeah,
things
low key
stink.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah, and they're ugly.
Yeah.
No offense to our vultures.
Sure. And they were black vultures. They weren't turkey vultures. So they were a little nicer to look at than like those ugly redheads.
Okay.
Um,
That's your personal preference, brother.
Right, that's true. But yes. So what we did was we got this whole crew to go down after day camp a couple of the days of this 1 week. It had rained the night before, and this is all in the rocks. So what we did was we got like newspaper and like lit it on fire and like tried to put it in their nest, which is like inside some of the rocks. And
burning down their homes.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah. I don't think it actually did burn anything, but it was mostly just to like smoke them out and scare them, which it did. They like came out of their nest and whatever. But anywho, that week then we did a reenactment of this whole fight on stage at Forest Follies. And so we as far as I know, this is the only time fire has been lit on. I mean, we probably used fire some other time, but whatever, it doesn't matter. So we did this whole reenactment. We had one of the girl day camp counselors impersonate our director at the time, who's a female, and that was really funny because she got it spot on. That's another really great Forest Follies skit, is impersonating directorial staff. But one of the moments was we had somebody light a ball of newspaper on fire. It got low key pretty big and tossed it on the stage. We had a table set up to kind of be the vulture's nest, they were behind the table, and then we had some of us going around pretending to be vultures, but we snuck a little tray that had water in it back on stage. So light this thing on fire, toss it behind the thing. Everybody's like, what the heck? I realized I haven't really been talking to the mic. What the heck? You just lit the stage on fire. But we actually had a thing right here to put the fire out.
Smart.
Yeah. Anywho, it was a very elaborate skit with a lot of planning. What was really fun about those days when I was a day camp counselor, for those whole 2 years, we would essentially finish the day camp meeting and then for an hour plan out the Forest Follies skit. And so we had some fire day camp counselor skits in those days. But yeah, anywho.
Yeah, not all skits are created equal.
Right.
Some people don't plan as much and it's just that was okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I mean, I'm going to talk about this because it's one of my favorite things in Forest Follies. There is a common theme that girl skits are a little rough, at least for the ages of 9 to even up to 13. They get a little rough because the girls come in with a lot of ideas, and oftentimes their ideas are pretty funny, but the thing that they don't get is the execution. They can't they'll come up on stage and then they'll just be giggling to each other and can't even get the words out, and then their idea gets completely lost on the audience because they couldn't execute it very well, and which is unfortunate, but it's also pretty funny to watch as a bystander or a watcher.
I remember watching this one, and it was long too.
Yeah.
And it was this.
That's
whole,
the other thing, is they could be really long.
Story, and there's this person in bed waking up, calling the police. There was multiple scenes going on at the same time. There was a narrator being the subway car passed by. It was 8 p.m. Clearly a lot of time and effort went into this, and everybody's so we're impressed by the work put in, but nobody knows what's going on.
Right.
And then finally they're they say I guess what the punchline was supposed to be, and everybody was is there more? And they all kind of stopped and laughed and started exiting the stage, and we're
yeah, okay, woo.
We're what happened?
Yeah.
That was 20 minutes. What happened?
Yeah. That's a common theme in the girl skit, is it will be long and all of a sudden they'll just all walk off stage and that was the end. All right.
Yeah.
And
Up next, we have
Yeah.
passing gas.
yeah. So, yeah, I don't know why really it doesn't happen as often with the guys that it's like that. I think the reason is because the guys aren't necessarily as imaginative and come up with as many ideas. So they can focus on one and then execute that well. I, as an overnight counselor, knew like, hey, we can have a great idea, but if we don't like perform it well, it's not going to be funny. So I always push to make sure my campers executed well.
Yeah. As in a lot of things, simple is better.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, keep it simple, keep it sweet, and make sure that if somebody doesn't know your inside joke, they're still going to get it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's why when it's all counselors and everybody knows the inside joke, it can be even funnier.
Right.
But yeah.
So final Forest Follies story for now. This most recent week, there's a particular camper who I will refer to as the sniffer, as to not give his name. But he...
Why is that? Why is he the sniffer?
Just some stuff that happened the past couple of years with him.
Yeah. He's been known to sniff people.
Yeah, he was going around like he'll give like a female counselor a hug and then be like, but it's like kind of funny because he's really small and like non-threatening and all. And, like he didn't obviously mean anything like bad by it or whatever.
Right.
He was just
a bit odd.
Yeah, interested in smells.
Yeah.
I mean, he would smell male counselors as well. He was just would do it more often with female counselors. Anywho.
Yeah.
So he became known as the sniffer. Anywho, this most recent week, he is in overnight. He's in the box turtle cabin. There's also a cabin named Red Fox. So box turtle was coming up right after Red Fox. So on the announcement in between the groups, you'll say, box turtle is coming up now Red Fox is coming up now. On deck is box turtle so they can get prepared for their skit. Box turtle, the group that he was a part of, skit involved everybody laying down. The Red Fox skit also involved everybody laying down on stage. So what happened was he heard Red Fox is going on now. So he quick hops up, gets into the like group of kids all waiting to come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like in the area back here. And then they all come up on stage. Everybody lays down. They start their skit. It starts with the co-counselor like standing up and running off stage. They're doing Sleepless Night, which is probably my favorite like long time standing skit that like gets done by different people. And so he goes off stage, like out in the back, stays there for a minute. While he's out there, this kid is laying down. He just hops up, goes, "I'm sorry," and like runs off stage and like back into the crowd of watchers and like hides under a carpet square because they're all sitting on carpet squares. And we're like, so I'm sitting there. I have no idea like anything about like anything. I'm thinking, oh, this kid is just like nervous and didn't want to like do it, so he just comes off stage. And then Nolan was sitting a little bit over there, and he goes, "That wasn't his cabin." I was like, oh, that's so funny. Like that's like the funniest. And just seeing him do that, he was just like kooky kid, and yeah, it was just very funny to see that happen. Anywho. It just giggled. It made me giggle so much thinking like he got all the way. He was like over there waiting for a while with not his cabin. Over here, fully came on stage, laid down, and was only like 30 seconds into the skit before he realized, wait a second, this isn't my skit. And his reaction was to, crap, and like run off.
That is funny.
Just very funny. Yeah.
So many good times.
Yeah. Forest Follies is iconic.
We got to give an honorable mention to Mango.
Oh, yes, obviously.
Classic skit by two of our friends.
Mm-hmm.
Any other honorable mentions?
Yeah, I mean, Sleepless Night, I think,
is
worth talking about. Basically what happens is your whole group gets up there. Your counselor goes, "All right, it's been a long day. Y'all need to be quiet and go to sleep." And then progressively each camper will like wake up the counselor by making some sort of noise, like clapping or playing cards or talking to their friend really loud. And then the counselor will one by one take each of them out. They'll be like, "What are you doing? You can't be making noise. Stop waking me up." Grab them, take them off stage back there, slam the door shut, pound on the door to pretend that they're beating the kid up, and then come back in, say, "All right, now you all be quiet and go back to sleep." And then you lay down. And then the next one does it. You go until the final kid is really, like, usually choose the scrawniest or smallest kid to be the last one. And then he makes noise. Counselor takes him out. Pound, 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 pound. But instead of the counselor coming out, the camper comes back out as if he's the small, scrawny guy beat up the counselor. So, yeah.
Classic. Little misdirection.
Yeah, little misdirection. And, like, the really funny bit is, like, seeing a counselor, like, be super, like, over the top, angry, and, like, whatever, being the way that, yeah, they are. You get a lot of personality from, like, counselors out of that one. And the campers love it. And the campers performing it love it as well because they get to have their own special moment and stuff like that. So
it's like a Rudy moment.
Yeah.
All the other campers should come back in and just like carry the scrawny kid on their shoulders. It'd be great.
Yeah, and I mean you can do that. Like you can do any amount of like tweaking you want to it. I've done it before where all the campers will come back in afterwards, like instead of just the one, or whatever, and they'll be having their moment. But it's great.
Classic.
To highlight the mango skit a little more. Mango. Essentially they would read like the Genesis where they talk about
just the fall, Genesis 3, talking about, the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. And there's a lot of debate in different parts of the world on what that fruit could be. Generally, in the Americas, it's assumed it's an apple because we have apples pretty readily available on most trees, fruit trees. Not on apple trees, obviously, not on most fruit trees.
Right.
And it's actually a lot of the like Eastern world will kind of assume that it's a pomegranate actually is the fruit. Yeah. So I know there's probably other cultures that think it's other things.
Right.
Because pomegranates are a popular fruit there. So this joke, they do funny accents and they do a really good job storytelling it. But at the end, the main joke is we know what the fruit is. People debate what the fruit is, but we know what it is because when they ate of the fruit, God told them, "Man, go."
Yeah.
Out of the garden.
Right.
Like man must go out of the garden. So it's a mango or mango.
Yeah.
So, and that is the concept.
Classic.
Yeah, very funny. And they did like a second one of that too, and I forget exactly how that went, but it was just very, very iconic.
Very well done, very well prepared, very well performed.
Yeah, just very, very funny guys as well too.
Yep.
So
iconic moments.
Yeah.
All right, one more.
Okay.
Real quick. Another one is like you can be funny like even in the in between. Like there was a summer where we kept having to like reset the stage with like different benches and whatnot. So me and one friend would like pick up the bench and do like a loopy loop on stage or something, or like pick it up all fun and like and then take it off and then just it is limitless. You're only limited by your own creativity, like how much you can do in a skit night. And it's a lot of fun.
One more.
Go ahead.
We had a iconic one of those transition nights where we told the kind of the leaders of whoever was coordinating what group would come up next, and maybe it was even a staff night. It probably was. And we were like, me and a friend were like, we're gonna create all of these posters.
Oh yeah.
And we are gonna be advocating for change that we want to see here at the camp. And the first one was just normal. We're like, no more hot dogs for lunch or something like that.
Yeah.
Just because like it was like it had been kind of one of the issues that year, and nobody really liked the hot dog lunch, whatever. So we're like, yeah, come on, let's hear you cheer.
The issue is we had hot dogs for lunch and dinner on the same day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it
we're
was
like,
a whole
no
thing.
hot dogs for lunch. Let me hear you, everybody. And everybody's like, let's come on, let's make some change in this place. Come on, everybody. And then we were like, all right, we'll be back for some more advocacy.
Yeah.
So then we would leave the stage.
Mm-hmm.
A group would come up, they'd do their skit. Then we would come back up with a new poster, and it would say something. But this one was like more like, I don't know if I really like whatever that like agree with that necessarily or something. And we're like trying to get people, and like people like aren't cheering for it. I forget what it was. And then we would like have half of the sign folded up, and then we would like unfold it and be like, it would be like a very, I forget. Yeah, I forget exactly what it was.
Well, I think it was more the other way around. It would be one that everybody was really like, we should do that. And then it would flip down. And it would
I think we had both. We were the goal was to get people confused of whether they were supposed to cheer or not, and always try to make them do the wrong thing.
Right.
So I think they were renaming the Redskins at the time, and it was the Washington football team, and nobody liked that. And it was just a stand-in name. So we were like, change the name of the Washington football team. Yeah. And everybody's like, we need to change it. And then we flipped it back, and we flipped down the bottom and said, back to something racist. And we're like, come on, people. Why would you cheer for that? Why would you cheer for that?
Yeah.
So
I think another one was, we love striking campers. And then everyone's like, not clapping for that. And then, out in wiffle ball. And everyone was like,
And then I think that one had another one where it flipped down again and said, and also beating them.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, all right. And then he flips down one more time and says, at wiffle ball. And everyone's like,
yeah. Iconic moments.
It was very funny.
Yeah.
It ended up not really working. Everyone kind of was just like, we're going to cheer for no matter what they go up for.
Right.
Which was also kind of funny.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yep. So
that's the mislead. That's the classic mislead.
Yeah. Forest Follies, iconic. I could talk about Forest Follies all day. I really feel that way.
Yeah.
It's great.
I know. At least half of a podcast we could fill up with Forest Follies.
As we have.
Yeah. And this episode, well, we already have some because we put 2 in there.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, 3. One little quick one.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'll put that. Maybe in the bloopers. Or
Could be anywhere.
Yeah.
Put it out. Or don't.
It'll probably just be the words like, I did it.
Put it in right here. Just kidding.
Really tiny.
Yeah, whatever.
You got to zoom in to see that one. Let us know if you've been liking the editing, by the way. We have had to edit back and forth a couple times, and we've been trying to add bloopers to keep you guys' attention till the very end.
Yeah, so. And there might not be bloopers every time.
No.
If we have less time to edit, might miss a blooper.
Or if there's not a ton of bloopers.
Right. Or if we're just on point.
Yeah, typically we got some bloopers.
Yeah, we usually have bloopers.
Yeah.
So let's head into our next topic here.
Should we cover the cereal bowl?
Yeah.
My wife also was super impressed that I came up with that on the spot.
Oh,
we were talking about that last week.
Yeah.
Because we were listening back to the podcast, and she's like, that's good. She's like, did you have that written down, or you just come with that? I was like, came up with it.
There you go. The cereal bowl.
Yeah. She's like, I'm so proud of you. Thanks.
Whatever it takes to make the wife proud.
Yes. All right. So last week we had Buzz beating out Count Chocula, and we had Snap, Crackle, and Pop losing to the Flintstones, Flintstone gang.
Fred and Barry.
Yes. All right. So.
Or Barney.
Yeah.
Barney Rubble, not Barry.
So now the next matchup we have is we have Lucky, the leprechaun from Lucky Charms, and we have Apple and Cinnamon from Applejacks.
Yeah. So I'm feeling very magic heavy matchup here. Neither of those things. Wait, what's the second one again?
Apple and Cinnamon from Applejacks.
So leprechauns don't really exist, and apples and sticks of cinnamon aren't really animated.
Yeah.
So we're kind of locked into like how they act in their universe. So Applejacks and or the Apple Jacks, apple and cinnamon.
Yeah.
They are pretty much, I mean, as from what I can remember, pretty much just like celebrate and are like.
I feel like they're hooligans though.
Are
a
they?
little
Do
bit.
they get up to mischief?
I feel like the apple. He almost gives me like the red mad guy from Inside Out. He kind of gives me that. Like he feels like aggressive a little bit. I don't remember if that's actually how he is in the ads, but I think so.
Yeah.
And then Cinnamon is like the fun, easygoing. He's got like the Rasta cap,
Right.
and dreads.
Yeah. So,
in terms of build, they have everything covered.
Yeah.
At very extremes, you have one that is plump and big and like, you know, and then you have one that's really like tall and long,
skinny.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we will just go based off our memories here
Yeah.
for these. I mean, we haven't done any huge research. I think maybe in the second round we'll like rewatch some of their ads. Might be a good idea.
True.
We can do that. But yeah, so Lucky, the leprechaun,
Yeah.
known for trying to steal the marshmallows,
Yeah.
but
They've
never
got me
completing
Lucky
the task.
Charms.
Oh, we
From the
steal them
kids.
from him.
I think so. I think it's probably like his thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're putting it in the cereal. The kids have it, and he's like, I think he wants to steal them back.
He's trying to get the magic of the
Maybe.
Lucky Charms back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he like feels like he portals in and out, and like
Yeah.
he's definitely. I mean, also he's got luck on his side.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So if we were gonna do like any RNG, has got to go his way.
Yes, for sure. The only thing, my like looking at this off the rip, I'm feeling like a leprechaun has the edge. He's got the magic. He's got the luck, but generational loser.
It's true.
He always loses
Yeah,
to the kids.
He's like Dr. Doofenshmirtz
Yeah.
in the way that like he's got a lot of talent, a lot of potential, but like is always getting cooked.
Loses
somehow.
every time. Yeah. I think he's his
To
own
little
worst enemy.
kids.
Yeah.
This little boy and girl is somehow keeping him from the marshmallows in the cereal.
Yeah, and just kind of looking ahead at the bracket here, I'm feeling like we're going to have a similar story with Trix.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Sorry, continue.
Silly rabbit. Yeah, I know. It's giving Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
For sure.
We also have to take into account it is a 2v1. So that is important.
True.
Obviously, last time, it's not the end-all, be-all because Barney and Fred beat out Snap, Crackle, Pop. That was a 3v2.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. But, I don't know. Just like...
I think a 2v1 is harder to beat than a 2v3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you still have a partner in a 2v3, and you can kind of hit above your weight class a little bit more.
Right.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think this is it could go either way, I would say. I'm leaning towards, I don't know, what are you leaning towards?
I don't know. Should we say it at the same time?
Yeah, give me a second to think.
Because I'm leaning towards one, I could probably be convinced.
Yeah. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Lucky.
All right.
Just because I'm like, at least he's got some magic.
Yes.
He's got some ability.
He definitely has ability.
He feels scrappy. And like Dr. Doofenshmirtz, I think at his peak can be so powerful.
And we know he's bringing his A game here.
I feel like also it's almost like Tom and Jerry where he likes the will they, won't they. And he wants the kids around. I think he genuinely likes spending time with the kids.
Yeah.
And like they probably have a good relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like, oh, he's like that quirky guy. He's always trying to steer our cereal,
Yeah.
and we don't like him.
It's more
but
fun.
Like,
yeah.
he's like kind of like a friend almost to them.
Yeah.
So I don't think we see the full extent of his power. And I'm just like an angry apple and a super chill cinnamon stick. Come on.
Yeah,
I mean, they got to
what are we
get cooked.
doing?
I think people are going to be upset we talked about this for this long, but
I would agree, actually. Yeah.
So-
I mean, a leprechaun with full magic ability versus
Josie. No, I'm just kidding.
Anytime we talk about anything too long, it's going to be, a shout out to Josie.
All right. Should we move on?
Let's move on.
We're submitting it. Lucky from Lucky Charms is moving on.
Boom.
It does feel like we're choosing the better cereals or the more popular cereals, but they have better characters.
Yeah.
So,
And
I don't know.
yeah, Rice Krispie is
It was a higher seller, but
by just a little bit.
yeah, just a little bit. All right. Actually, we do have today the Trix Rabbit
Oh.
versus the Crazy Squares from Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah. This is tough.
Yeah. Also because it's like, how many squares are we going to do? 20
Right.
maybe? Because like...
How many is in a bowl?
They're like minions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know how many minions there are.
I'm trying to think of the biggest thing that I've seen a Crazy Square eat because...
Each other.
Yeah.
They open wide.
Do they only eat each other, though, or can they eat bigger things than that?
I mean, I've only seen them eat each other.
Oh, really?
And then there's like one left in the bowl.
I thought I remember them eating other things other than just each other.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to, for whatever reason, I'm thinking I remember seeing Crazy Square eating like the Eiffel Tower or something iconic like that.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
I could see that in their ads.
And if that's the case, they're wiping the bracket.
That's true.
You
like,
know?
just like there's no amount of glizzy they can't gobble.
Right. Like they're Kirby. Like that's
Yeah.
that's one of the iconic things about Kirby is that he can eat anything.
Yeah.
And like he's actually the most powerful thing in like all of Nintendo universe because there literally isn't a limit to what he can eat.
Yeah.
So if you have a bad guy, Kirby eats him.
He's like the Hulk in the sense where he just needs to get more mad.
Right.
His power is uncapped.
Yep.
I know people are always like, World Ender Hulk,
Yeah.
the most powerful.
He's so powerful.
He smashes planets.
He smashes things and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but yes, I think I can't definitively say that I've seen that. So
Yeah.
we will go as if I haven't.
Right.
If I haven't seen that, if I'm thinking the correct way about Crazy Squares, I feel like the Trix Rabbit just eats him. Because a Trix Rabbit is much bigger than than a Crazy Square.
I know.
And it is, at the end of the day, a Cinnamon Toast Crunch piece, which we all love.
Yeah. I do think they also switched their branding recently.
Oh, yeah?
But I'm not quite sure.
Well, we're going with the iconic one.
Yeah, this is the iconic one.
That's
also
a good point, though. If there's a lot of them, maybe
Yeah.
they win.
That's the thing. It's like, you've seen those like simulations where it's like, 100,000 gophers versus one, bear.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm taking the
also,
Gophers in that, by the way.
I'll say, too, I compared the Cinnamon Toast Crunch to Minions earlier, just saying, like, I feel like they compare well to the purple Minions when they get, like, crazified.
Yeah.
Because they are crazy. And, like...
Yeah.
Like, they'd be eating each other.
That's true.
They'd be just being like,
eating whatever.
Like, the whole time.
Yeah.
I feel like they have such chaotic energy that their numbers almost don't help them because they're just going to be biting anything that moves.
True. They absolutely eat each other.
I mean, because in the commercial, they all eat each other. There's one left in the bowl.
Yeah.
So it's like one square versus the Trix Rabbit.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Have you seen nematodes from SpongeBob?
No.
Or, like, there's iconic, like, here's termites, and then they just...
Oh, yeah.
And they, like, eat a house or something.
Right, yeah. True.
That's nematodes in SpongeBob.
That's their null ability.
So, if it's like that...
Yeah.
I might be taken. But I think I agree with you that they will not be organized enough to...
There's no coordination as a team.
Yeah. And that's really where they're going to be drawn back, I think.
Yeah.
The Trix Rabbit also is extremely fast, is a very trained, like, heist artist, but unsuccessful. Trained but unsuccessful.
Yeah. The white Pink Panther.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except I think the Pink Panther is actually pretty good at
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah,
so just like a Wish version Pink Panther.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
A
Temu.com Pink Panther.
Yeah. White Pink Panther. Yeah, so I mean, I think I've got in my head who I think is winning.
I think so too, and I think I'm a little disappointed. But
I would agree.
yeah,
3, 2, 1. Tricks. Yeah. You'd love to see the Crazy Squares move on.
Yeah.
But
it's going to be crazy that we have two Doofenshmirtz-esque characters coming up against each other.
We'll definitely have to watch some ads, see their full power.
Yeah.
I think if you put Crazy Squares versus the Applejacks, Crazy Squares wins that.
Yeah, I think so.
They're hungry.
Yeah. They'd tear apart an apple.
Right. But
so would the Tricks rabbit.
True.
I've seen bunnies eat apples.
Yeah. So that's going to be a fun matchup. Tune in to whenever we go over that one.
And next week we'll have some fun matchups too. So
yeah,
I think round 2 we're going to go more in depth. Maybe we'll throw up some pictures, throw up some ads. But that'll be in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I guess that'll be in 3 weeks. Will be round 2.
Yeah. Yep. So hopefully we'll be a bit more free with our time and able to have some more editing time. So yeah. Or just do it anyways.
Oh man. Well, do we have anything else for today?
I mean, I think we can talk about eggs yet. Yeah.
We did promise in episode 5, the segments episode, that based on the 100 pleats of a chef's hat, the lore is that there is 100 ways to cook an egg that a professional chef should know.
Yeah.
I was originally trying to look up a list of the 100 ways to cook an egg, and I could not find anything on it. Everyone's like, here's my quiche recipe. Here's my omelet recipe. No. I want the 100 official ways to cook an egg. And I couldn't find anything on it. So instead of reading that off, we're just going to name different ways that we know to cook eggs.
Yeah, I think what we're going to try and do right now is name all the ways that we can cook an egg.
Yeah.
Or think of how to. And what I would love to do, I think this can be sometime in the fall, is just do a separate video. It doesn't even have to be one of the episodes, but just upload it to the YouTube or something.
Yeah.
Of us making eggs and like all the different type of eggs that we can do. That would be an expensive video, but yeah.
It's
who
only
knows
one
what the
per-
egg prices will be at that point.
Exactly. Yeah, we had a...
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would love to do that at some point. I think that would be a fun video. Earn
our pleats.
Yeah. We can also like try some of the real challenging ones or whatever.
Yeah.
So
that would be interesting.
So anywho. Ooh. We got some Dave action over there.
Yeah.
If you remember from episode 4, our talk about when we did the Angel's Landing hike, we encountered a lot of chipmunks on the road. We named them Dave, and then every time we saw one, it was like, oh, here's Dave again.
Yeah. Well, because it was also like we never really saw 2 together. We see like 4 right now chasing each other.
Yeah. We here at the pavilion, we've had a lot of chipmunks all around in the rocks this year, especially. They've been around before, but never like this.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I was gonna say it earlier. The pavilion on camp is referred to as PV.
Yes.
Which stands for Poplar View.
Yes.
Because poplar is a tree. I guess there's those trees around. And for most of my time here, I thought they were just abbreviating pavilion. And like I didn't even think about it. And then someone said it one day, and they're like, "We're meeting at Poplar View or PV," and I was like, "Oh,
yeah."
Yeah.
That's really funny. Yeah, I think I also find it funny because it's named PV Poplar View. Everybody only refers to it as PV.
Yeah.
I sometimes refer to it as Peeve because that's funny.
Yeah.
But there's also next to the pool is the building Mountain View. Nobody ever calls it MV.
True.
Yeah. Everyone calls it Mountain View.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go to Mountain View. Meet in the
Exactly.
Mountain View common area.
Yeah.
PV kitchen. PV. The PV closet. Nope. Not Poplar View closet. Not Poplar View kitchen.
Yeah.
PV. I don't know. I wonder if it's because P is much more fun to say than M. I don't know.
We should do a rank all the letters, a letter tier list.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
we should.
And then like pick like what's the most versatile letter. Which back to
Ooh.
eggs.
I mean,
I would
are
say
we having a separate vowel and consonant category?
there are some consonants I think that are more valuable than vowels. I'm gonna put it out there. We can
Well,
get that
tune back in some
Yeah.
other week for the
S and
letter
R.
tier list. Yeah, true. H. Come on. Yeah, I'm talking. But what about ch and th?
Yeah.
Like the
yeah.
H goes everywhere.
I know.
Anywho, tune back in for the letter tier list at some point.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
We'll throw in some like other
We can
language
make like a whole
letters, too.
board and stuff. And
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Velcro and everything.
Just slot them in.
That'd be fun.
That would be a good time. Tier
That'd be a
list
lot of
time.
fun.
But I think eggs are probably one of the top 3 most versatile foods
Yeah.
out there.
I mean, a rival for that would be potatoes for sure.
Yeah.
Super
think
versatile.
my personal rival would be onions. 'Cause I
Really?
put onions in everything.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like when you're cooking, no dish is complete without, or no dish, you can't start any dish without sauteing some onions.
Okay.
It goes so well in everything. And my new addiction has been pickled onions.
Oh.
Because we talked about pickles
Yeah.
being pickled in episode 5.
Yeah.
All these callbacks. And, just those sweet, specifically red onions, those pink, like, just pickly, salty, sour. It's so good.
Yeah. I would also put corn in there. I mean, corn is used like in industrial food a lot.
That's
Corn
true.
starch, corn.
Maybe not for the good.
Right.
But
Right.
corn also can be used for so many things, like
Yeah.
creating like just oils and everything. And like
Mhm.
I heard some places you can use corn on the road instead of salt, like in the
Oh.
wintertime.
I did not know that.
And it's like a compostable. It's less there's less erosion on
Probably
the roads.
hurts the macadam less.
Yeah. And like people's paint on their cars and stuff. I
Yeah.
forget what the issue with it was, but because it's like corn's not that expensive.
Right.
but
It probably doesn't
yeah.
work as well as salt.
Right. And I'm guessing like probably a
Oh.
dried corn. Obviously not just like steamed corn
Right,
on,
right, right.
on the street. Yeah.
Popcorn is one of my favorite.
Yeah, that's a great
snacks.
snack. That's a great snack.
Would salt count? I
No,
wouldn't
that's a
call that
mineral.
food. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Or a seasoning. I mean, that can go in the seasonings list.
We could do a most versatile mineral. Then I think salt clears.
yeah. I don't know what other minerals I'm really choosing from, but
Yeah.
we could look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, eggs.
Yeah. I think we can name 20 different ways, like legit ways to cook eggs.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about like ham omelet is not different from vegetable omelet.
Right.
All right. Omelet is one.
Okay. Omelet.
Check.
Over easy.
Over easy. It's going to be hard to keep track of what we said already.
True. Is sunny side up different than over easy?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Sunny side up.
Mm-hmm. Fried.
Fried egg for sure.
There was a time where I tried to get really good at doing fried eggs.
Yeah.
And I got decent, but I haven't done it in a while. So
Hard boiled.
deviled.
Yeah, that definitely counts. Poached.
Pickled?
Yeah. Does red beet egg count? No. That's a way to pickle an egg.
Yeah. Scrambled.
Yeah. What are we doing?
Yeah.
It's like we just jumped right into it and we skipped the easy ones. What's a dippy egg? Is that a? Do we already kind of say that?
I think that's sunny side up.
It's a different way to say sunny side up.
Yeah. We're stalling out at 9.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. Here's one. There's like that. I've only seen it in like Japanese people doing this.
Where you cut it open
Behind
and
a
it falls. Okay. The
I forget what that's
fall-over
called.
Egg.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll count that.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do like some baked items. Right.
Oh, sure.
Quiche.
Quiche.
Frittata.
Frittata.
It's basically a quiche, but it counts.
12.
Um.
What about cooking it in, like using it in baking? Does that count?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Egg has to be like one of the only
It has to be the main
ingredients.
thing.
Yeah.
Mayonnaise. Isn't that egg?
Yeah, that's totally egg.
All
I'm
right.
counting that.
13.
It's not cooking it, but
Right.
because it is raw.
Right. 13. I mean, what about just eating raw eggs? Does that count?
No, that can count.
Am I Native American?
There's no way.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough because I feel like there's different ways to cook each one. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I feel like there's probably names for them,
Yeah.
like over medium or
Yeah.
over whatever. But I just don't know if it counts.
Yeah. 13? Is that what we got? I mean, I can't think of any more.
Wow, and
Hold on. Let me take some Josie time here.
egg whites.
Yeah, that counts.
Oh, are we gonna count like meringue?
Sure. What's that?
That's like whipped egg whites in like with sugar and
Yeah,
it makes
yeah.
it makes like a dessert.
Okay, 14. Just egg whites. 15, where you like separate out the yolk.
Yeah, I guess.
I think that counts.
Sure.
Okay, 15. What about egg yolks?
Yeah.
Or you just take out the yolk. 16.
Vietnamese coffee. There's a way to. No, I'm just kidding. There is a way. There's people that like through the Great Depression or something, they like replaced like milk with like egg at some point and like put it in coffee. So I remember looking that up.
17. Putting an egg in your ramen.
Yeah.
Or is that just hard boiled?
How about this?
Okay.
Egg salad. Come on.
18. Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking of putting your hard-boiled egg on like a salad,
I know.
but I don't think that counts. It's still just hard-boiled.
Wow, man, these chefs they're
So you're telling me there's
100.
82 more options than that? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I mean, we're definitely gonna have to.
Can you just bake eggs? Like, can you just crack an egg in a like a dish and put it in the oven?
Probably.
There's probably a word for that.
I think you can.
Oh, shakshuka. It's
All
when
right.
you crack eggs into tomato sauce and
19.
you cook them in there.
All right. I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
19.
It's really good. I've heard it's called some people call it like a Persian omelet.
Mm-hmm.
I've also, I don't know.
Well, we're definitely going to have to try all of those ones that we just said, and then also try some.
80 more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not 80 more, but
That's
try some of
crazy.
the harder ones that we can find on the list.
Yeah. Well, that ended up being less interesting than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
But-
it was.
All right.
Yeah. I
We
mean, we'll have an interesting egg segment
Sure.
at some point.
Well,
I think eggs are very interesting.
thanks for sticking around, yolk and all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is episode 7, winding down, signing off. Come back next time for some more stuff.
Yeah. Go to the laundromat.
Do your laundry.
Hey man, who's that cat coming down the street?
I don't know, but it sounds to me like that's just the man with the bone.
Sure having himself a ball.
Oh, I clap. Wait, you gotta do it in frame. You gotta clap in frame. There we go. All right.
Cardiac arrest from years of bad habits and eating unhealthy.
La 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 la. Oh, I'm just walking across care. Nothing out of the ordinary. Oh my goodness! A dead man! Alright, CPR. First, I get this thing going. Then I have to do the mouth to mouth. Alright, That's what it is. That's what it is. All right, CPR. All right, switch.
I thought you were going to give me that. Spinning as an adult now, I notice how busy I am.